Are you the person who gets emotional when the market is up? Pagka nagbe-breakout na yung crypto, the stocks that you have, hindi mo alam gagawin mo, if you will buy more or you will sell, this video is for you. In this video, we will talk about what you will do if the market is up. What will you do? I have some slides for you, and because we know that stocks have been rising, even crypto, tumataas siya. So what will you do if the market is up? Sometimes na-hype kasi tayo. Sometimes our emotions get the best of us. Or we see our stock lumagpas na talaga sa target price natin, or mataas na pero hindi pa umabot sa target price natin. Ano yung gagawin natin? So what will we do when the market is up? I'll show you this slide and I hope you can see it well. So again, nakakaano kasi minsan nakakagulo. Hindi mo alam kung anong gagawin mo eh. So what will you do when the market is up? Kasi over the past months, we've seen growth has been happening. Tumataas yung mga presyo ng mga stocks massively up. I'll be showing some charts here. Even ito, Meta, Facebook, lagi natin ginagamit yan. Kita natin in the past months, it has been rising. And as of this recording, it's $528. And we've seen it has just been growing and growing. Another tech stock is Nvidia. Ayan, gumagawa ng mga chips. In demand yan. We see it's around $860. Kita nyo sa graph, tumataas and tumataas. Also, Microsoft. If you have your laptop, you can naka-Mac, most probably Windows yung gamit mo, and it has been growing in the past months. We see it's $425 per stock, and even in crypto, Bitcoin, BTC, it's 68,000 per Bitcoin. Of course, wala na sa all-time high, na-break nga natin yung recent all-time high, but it's 68,000. Would you believe, di ba? 68,000. It has been growing. Comment below if you have been investing crypto, not just itong nung tumataas, but even during the bear month, kung mas mababa. So, ang laki na ng gain mo. Kita natin, tumataas. And even Solana, yung Sol, taas din, nasa $177. Kita natin, tumataas. At hindi lang yan, ang PSEI index, which hindi as tumataas, pero tumaas siya. Kita natin sa graph, no, nung starting November, then tumaas siya ng April, and then, although in the past few days, kita natin puro red, pero it's still, naka-uptrend siya. Although, kita natin, no, yung parang from Feb to April, parang naka-sideways, pero generally, ano rin naka-uptrend din tumaas din So as you can see, the charts above, most markets are up. US tech stocks, crypto, and even the PSEI, mataas siya, even if it barely goes up. Of course, word of caution, as I talk about these things, please still do your own due diligence, do your own research. It's your money. What we are doing is we are giving information so that it can help you make a sound decision. Again, when the market is up, nakaka-excited, di ba? Parang, whoa, green na green. It's very easy to be emotional. Ako, nangyari talaga rin yun sa akin, especially in the past. Or even now, sometimes nafe-feel ko, uy, grabe yung Bitcoin, benta na ba? Or may certain stock. And yun nga we can be emotional, whether we buy or buy more, or magbenta na. Emotions can get in the way. Kaya nga, we are here in this video so that we can do things na nakaset aside yung emotions. Kasi alam naman natin minsan emosyon, naloloko tayo ng emotion eh. Sino dito naloko na ng emosyon? Tingnan, comment below nga. Baka naloko ka na ng emosyon. Alam naman na rin, the heart is deceitful above all else. Kaya, di ba sabi nila, follow your heart, pero delix yun if you follow your heart because it can be deceiving. And maybe to some of you, or maybe me, talagang maybe me lang, you know? Di ba minsan naano tayo sa emosyon natin? That's why it's good that we do some strategies na hindi maapektuhan ng mga emosyon natin. Another word of caution, as you are up in your portfolio, it's important to stick to your trading plan. Lagi natin sinasabi yan. Stick to your trading plan. The people you hear, maybe in TikTok, with your friends, they have their own strategies, different goals. Stick to your plan as much as you can and huwag magka-FOMO. Alam nyo ba yung FOMO? Fear of missing out. Uy, ano? Sige na. Bili pa ulit. Or benta na. Again, stick to your plan. And yung maganda nga, no, is not yung maha-hype-hype ka lang, but really doing your own diligence, your research, checking the charts, checking the graph, checking the trends, yung mga RSI, yung mga MACD. Importante yan. To stick your plan kasi the more that you research, the more you study it, the greater the conviction of holding to a stock, or maybe the greater the conviction that it's time to sell. Okay. Naalala nyo ba yung 2022? Di ba? Parang ang dugo. Sa crypto bear months, grabe, durog na durog eh. And feeling natin, oh no, we are down. But you need to remember that everything is cyclical. Right? Di ba ngayon, itong season, as of this recording, April 2024, naka-trend tayo, mataganda yung market. Pero 2022, ano ba yan? When is this going to end? You need to remember that whatever goes up, comes down, and what's down will eventually go up. At least in terms of market cycles. Cycle yan eh. Right? Kilala nyo ba to? And this person, nag-trending yan. Comment below kung kilala niyo siya before ko i-reveal. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Si SBF yan. Sam Bankman-Fried. Siya yung gumawa ng FTX. FTX is a cryptocurrency exchange. Para siyang Binance. Pero itong FTX, na-discover na itong si SBF, yung owner, ay ninanakawan niya ang mga kanyang mga consumers. Yung mga nag-invest or naglagay ng money sa kanyang crypto exchange. Na-discover siya, pumutok ng 2022. Noong March 2023, he was sentenced to jail for 25 years. Yun yung kaso niya. Ninakaw niya sa people na naglagay ng money sa FTX, $8 billion. So, again, another issue yan. That's why it's very important to do your own research, do your own diligence, because it's your money. What we're doing here, we are just really passionate so that at least it can add information and knowledge to you. Again, di ba, 2022, when everything thought it was all bad, but said, it's all cyclical. Ngayon, nararamdaman na natin yung nasa taas. So, congratulations to you if you have persevered in 2021, 2022, when it was down, and now you are reaping the gains. Sige, comment below kung ikaw yung tao na yon na na-enjoy mo ang iyong green because you have invested early on. And hindi ka na-discourage na nagbenta ng lugi, but you held on to it and ngayon you are enjoying it. Again, kasi nga cyclical siya. Also, when the market is up, again, it can be really emotional. So, what will you do? So, I'll be giving you some tips so that when the market is up, hindi tayo magpapadala sa emosyon natin. All right? Number 1, review and rebalance your portfolio allocation. So, check mo yung portfolio mo. Teka lang. Nasa na ba yung mga industriya na mga ini-invest ko? Ano yung mga high-performing, low-performing? It's something that we can review and rebalance. So, take the opportunity to review your investment portfolio's allocation. As certain assets perform better than others during market upswings. Your portfolio may become overweighted in specific sectors or asset classes. Baka may mga ibang investment na yung sa mga tech stocks, highly performing na, o yung mga ibang asset classes, di ba? Pwede mong i-check. Rebalancing ensures that your portfolio remains aligned with your long-term investment goals and risk tolerance. Yun naman yung importante, hindi yung sinasabi ng TikToker or sinasabi ng emotion mo, but ano ba talaga sa plan mo? Kailangan mo mag-readjust, rebalance. So number 2, diversify investments. Again, kanya-kanya mga strategies yan, no? Like what we've said, whatever comes up will go down. So it's good that as you are in the green, you can diversify some of your portfolios, different industries, even different regions. Okay, expound natin yan. Diversify investments it would help us to avoid the temptation to concentrate all investments in high-performing assets. Yun yung temptation. Kasi nga, bumubulusok ba't di ka mag-double down? Yes, in some way, you can also do that. But again, another approach is that you can diversify that portfolio because diversification, hindi lang ililipat mo ng stock, but it's also across different classes. So, pwede naman instead na sa stocks yung ginagawa mo, pwede mong ilipat sa real estate or pwede mong ilipat sa insurance, sa mutual fund. Okay. Hindi lang sa asset classes but also sa industries. Baka nakalagay again sa tech, yung ano mo, or sa gas and oil. Let's say, sabihin natin, baka sa gas and oil ka or even geographical regions. Maybe most of your assets are weighted sa North America. Maybe you can try naman Asia. Yan. Or Europe kung gusto mo. So up to you. Again, what's important is you study it. Also, as you rebalance it, as you diversify, you will help spread the risk and reduce exposure to individual market fluctuations. When you say fluctuations, yung mga up and down, up and down, up and down. So, mas na mimitigate mo yung risk. So, consider allocation funds to assets with uncorrelated returns to further enhance diversification. Uncorrelated return, meaning yung hindi sila konektado. So, when nag-negative to, bumaksak to, at least pag linipat mo dito sa uncorrelated, bumaba to, hindi madadamay to kasi hindi connected. Kasi sometimes, may mga assets tayo, okay, tapos medyo correlated, so pag bumaba to, bababa rin to. So, yun yung maganda when you diversify it. Number 3, evaluate profit-taking opportunities. Because, like what you've said, di ba, stick to your plan. So, nung nagko-compute ka, or at least nung inaaral mo, may mga target price na lumabas. Target price, based on yung sa projection, based on your line graphs, depende sa, at least yung inaral mo, depende sa strategy mo, no? Kung technical analysis or fundamental analysis, depende sa valuations. So, evaluate mo ang profit-taking kasi win is a win eh. Win is a win. Kahit sabihin ng ibang tao, hindi, tataas pa yan, pero sa goal mo, okay na eh. Then take it na. Okay, expound pa natin yan. Evaluate profit-taking opportunities. Assess whether it's prudent to take profits on investments that have experienced significant appreciation. While it's tempting to hold on to winning positions indefinitely, locking in gains can help protect capital and capture returns. Yun yung importante, no, na kung na-hit na yung goal mo, malaki na yung capital mo, malaki na yung gains. Win is a win eh. Kahit sabihin natin tumaas pa, pero at least na-secure mo. Also, implementing a systematic approach such as trailing stop loss. So, ibig sabihin, trailing stop loss, pagka bubaksak yung price, naka-stop loss na dyan, may automatic, pwedeng magbenta. Tapos pagka bumaba ulit certain price, automatic, pwedeng magbenta. Or target price level. So, meron kang stock, maybe crypto, and you are expecting, sige, price ng Bitcoin 60, pero pag pumalo ulit ng 70,000 yan, naka-ready na auto-sell na yan. Ayan. So that you can maximize profit-taking opportunities. Again, this can also facilitate disciplined profit-taking. Hindi yung sa emotion lang, but based on your research, napaplot mo na. Because sometimes yung action, it happens when we are asleep. So, pagka nalagay mo na yung stop loss, nalagay mo na yung profit-taking, at least, it's beyond your emotions. It's based on your strategy. So, number 4, I hope you're learning, guys, no? Number 4, stay informed and adaptive. Informed, you get the knowledge, what is happening on the news, what is happening on that certain company, what is happening in that industry, in that region, may gera ba nangyayari, and also adaptive. Ibig sabihin, hindi ibig sabihin, ito yung approach in winning on this stock or in this industry, learn to adapt and adjust. Kasi nga, di ba, if you keep yourself informed, you will learn more in strategies, in doing the right things, in adjusting, and you never know, di ba? As you study sa different videos dito sa YouTube or maybe you attend classes, it will give you more approach, a wider approach na at least pagka nag-aral ka, mas maraming diskarte. Okay, expand natin yan. Stay informed about market developments, economic indicators, and geopolitical events, mga gera yan, that could impact investment performance. Maintain a flexible investment strategy and be prepared to adjust your approach in response to changing market conditions. Again, nagbabago yung mga market. That's why kailangan updated ka rin. And be ready to sell or buy when needed. Regular monitoring your investment thesis and be willing to reconsider if new information emerges. Because sometimes with the new information, let's say isang company may nagkaroon ng takeover sa company to or magbabankrupt na, dapat mabilis ka dyan, especially kung may hawak ka dyan, di ba? Or may bagong investor, may bagong project, may bagong dam, or yung sales nag-double sa expectations. Yan. Be a person who would be initiating in knowing these things. So last, number 5, reinvest dividends and contributions. Yung dividends, ito yung mga kinita mo na ito eh. Yung maganda is ipo-compound mo. So yung mga kinita mo, i-reinvest mo lang ulit. So you will earn from your earnings. Just like last time na yung sa akin, may nag-email na, okay, I received a dividend from this certain stock. Okay, sige, thank you very much. So, nandun lang yun, tapos paikutin na lang ulit. Pangdagdag sa pambili ng next stock. So, okay. Expand natin. If you receive dividends or have additional capital available, that's good, di ba? But consider reinvesting these funds back into the market. Reinvesting dividends allows for compounding returns over time, while regularly contributing new funds enables you to take advantage of dollar cost average DCA. Yung dollar cost averaging, no? Ito yung nag-i-invest ka ng money, tuloy-tuloy lang, let's say, 10,000 pesos, 5,000 pesos, 1,000 pesos. And then, regardless of the market, bili ka lang ng bili. Ayan, dollar cost averaging yan. And it has been said by some, and ako, minsan nagagawa ko rin yan na kahit up or down, bili ng bili. And mag-accumulate ka lang. Kasi nga, market cycle eh. Again, it presumes na yung ini-investan mo is a good, solid company na yung projection ay tataas. Kaya, it's good to dollar cost average. That's why importante that you really learn also fundamental analysis. Para alam mo, di ba, kung solid pa talaga yung kumpanya na ini-investan mo. Okay. Both strategies can help enhance long-term wealth accumulation and mitigate the impact of market volatility. Okay. So, what will you do with all of these things na pinag-usapan natin? Ano yung gagawin mo? Kasi nga, nakaka-hype nga pag tumaas. Nakaka-hype nga pag yung mga friends mo nagbenta na or bumibili ulit. So, what are you doing? So, I hope with those 5 things, you can learn and help you, especially hindi mo anong gagawin mo because mataas and naka-green yung iyong portfolio. Another thing that you can do is definitely to learn more. never go wrong kung natuto ka eh. Dito sa YouTube, ang daming learnings. Even in this channel, Stock Smart, super daming mga free videos dito na linabas natin throughout the years. And it's just for free. Be voracious in learning. Ako, ginagawa ko habang may ginagawa akong mga chores, naglilinis. Wow, naglilinis. Kasi kailangan eh. Para maging happy wife, di ba? So, while doing some chores, nakikinig ako and listening to some podcasts sa YouTube. Kasi kailangan mo mag-level up eh. Kung hindi, magiging obsolete yung knowledge mo. Also, you need to also be updated kasi kung may position ka sa stock or sa crypto, at biglang may nangyayari pala, you can adjust. So, learn more. It's really important. But what's important is, if you are really serious about it, we have mga recorded classes. If you want to double down in technical analysis and fundamental analysis, gagamit yan, hindi lang sa Philippine stock market, but also sa mga US stock, mga global stocks, but even sa cryptocurrency, pwede ko gumamit ng technical analysis. Yung technical analysis, it's a strategy wherein you will know the timing of when to buy or when to sell yung stock or yung crypto. Yung fundamental analysis naman, let's say, you will apply it sa Philippine stock market, BDO, JFC, malalaman mo ang isang kumpanya if the price is cheap or expensive based on valuations, price to earning ratio. Yan, maaaral nyo yan. So, the good thing is we have on-demand classes. You can just click the link. So, no matter how busy you are a manager, you are an entrepreneur, and you really want to level up. So, we have a class for you. And maganda yun. I hope you can check it out. Try it out. But, of course, sa YouTube pa lang, marami na dito sa Stock Smarts. But if you really want to really invest on it, yeah, sure. I'm sure it would help you. Technical analysis, fundamental analysis. We also have some master classes in some investments. So, if you want, kung ayaw mong mga classes pa, so we have books. And pwede yun. Pwede mong i-order sa Shopee. Ayan. Or dito sa mga link, pwede rin. Or pwede ipag-grab. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe. As always, it's an honor to do these things so that you can learn more about investing, about doing things when the market is up. So, ano yung natutunan nyo sa 5? Ano yung tingin yung gagawin nyo? Rebalancing ba ng portfolio? Mag-diversify ba? Or reinvest ng mga dividends? So, let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. God bless you guys. Thank you so much.